So this is going to be a walkthrough on how to use Park Assist inside of the new Ford Escape. This one has the larger Sync 4 media screen, which is how we've got Park Assist available as an option. We're going to drive around. I'm going to show you how to use all the different parking features that are available. Let's go for it. All right, starting off. Here we go. So there are a few different modes that we can use. You've got parallel park, perpendicular park, parallel park out, and I'm going to show you how each one of them works. I'm going to sneak in. Should be able to sneak through these pylons here. Oh, like I love. So good. All right, now we're going to go for parallel parking first. So what we're going to do, so as you saw there, the 360 cam pulled up, but right down the center stack, right next to the push button start, there's a little P button. So you're just going to push that P button and you can either navigate to parking or it can help out with parking assistance. So we're going to go and it's going to look by default on the right side for all of these. So whether it's looking at parallel park, perpendicular park, or parallel park out. But what we're going to do, we want to go parallel park, but we want it to look on the left side. So we're going to use the left stick in order to do that. So you can look left side, right side for any of these different parking systems, whether it's left versus right. So we're going to look on the left side and we want it to pull up and parallel park for us just next to these F-150s. So I'm hoping. Perfect. Now all we have to do, we're going to release the steering wheel, shift into neutral. So down the center stack there, I've shifted into neutral. And then all it's going to do is release the parking brake and then we just have to hold the P button. So this is the one where it's going to play with your head a little bit the first few times that you do it, but the system works, trust the system. So you can hover your foot over the brake and stop it at any point in time if you're not feeling comfortable. But all you need to do is hold the P button now, foot's off the brake, and the car is going to do everything. So it's backing me up nicely there. And same thing, like I said, at any point in time, you can slam on the brake yourself if you feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable for you. But I mean, this is perfect. Perfect. Look at this. Like a glove. This legendary actor Jim Carrey would say, and then it's pulling forward a little bit. There's a little countdown timer as well, so that's how far away is it from finishing up the cycle that it's currently doing, which is just pulling forward. But it's finished, and it's that simple using the parallel parking system. And then we've also got parallel park out. It's going to be a little bit easier for the car to figure this one out, just because there's nobody in behind me, so there's just the truck in front. But if you do still need help with parallel park out, you can go same idea, either left or right side. We want it to get us out of the right side now, and then same idea. We have to release the steering wheel. You're shifting yourself down into neutral, and then same idea. You're going to release the brake. You're going to hold the little P button, and it's going to back the car up now. So same idea. It's checking in behind us to make sure there are no obstacles. Obviously, if there were obstacles behind us, it's going to back us up and stop them in behind. So if there was another car in behind us there, but it's cranking the steering wheel. And the idea there, it's nice and simple. And the reason why is because now we can easily just switch into drive and pull forward in order to easily leave the spot. So it's such a brilliant system and it's so simple to use all at the same time. And then for perpendicular park, it's going to be a little bit tight. We're going to try to get in between that truck and then the Kia off to the right side there. So same idea. We're going to hit the little P button. We're going to go for parking assistance. And this one instead is going to be for perpendicular parking. So same idea. We can get it to look in either the left or the right side. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to pick up this spot. We're going to find out. I was getting toyed. I wasn't sure, but same idea. So hands off the steering wheel. You're going to shift it into neutral, and then you're going to take your foot off the brake, and all you have to do is hold the little P button down the middle there. So same idea. We're holding the little P button. 360 camera flips on, and it's going to start backing us up into this spot, taking all of the obstacles into account here. So good. Ooh, that's a little tight. What are you going to do there? What are you going to do there, fella? Ah, nice. Okay, I wasn't sure. So in the old Park Assist system, you would have had to manually switch to drive and pull forward, and then it would help back you up. But this one's literally doing everything. Perfect. I was getting point on the front end there, but same idea. It got super tight to the obstacle, but it literally slammed on the brakes before it hit the truck that was parked there. But I mean, it's backing us up beautifully. And there's nothing that I'm doing outside of holding the P button. So it's not fully self-parking in the sense like what you're going to see inside of Teslas, but I mean, you saw there, it took us a few seconds in order to be able to do either parallel park, perpendicular park, parallel park out, etc. But it's really straightforward, and I love how straightforward this system is. I love it. Like I said, you can look on the left side, look on the right side. Info gives you a little bit of a rundown of what the setting does, but like I said, you've got the option for either parallel park, perpendicular park, or you can do a parallel park out. So very straightforward, but you've got a ton of different options that are available there. And next up, taking a peek at the head-up display inside of the Escape. So this is the head-up display. We'll get to the way that it looks in a second, but this is the hybrid version of the vehicle. But if you're looking for a full walkthrough, like how to use the steering wheel cluster, the buttons there, or navigate through the media screen, you'll find that walkthrough down in the description of the video. But this is really straightforward to use. On the hybrid, this is a little bit unique. So you've got your basic power gauge there. So your speedometer, tachometer, etc. Speedometer off to the right, bit of a tachometer off to the left with power that you're currently using. You've got what's currently going on with your direction, your current engine temperature, how many miles you've currently put on the vehicle, your gear. There's a little button right in the middle there, little steering wheel there. And that's going to be for our lane keeping system. So lane keeping system, we can toggle that one on or off in the middle there. And then there's a few other basics. But in order to be able to adjust the head-up display, what you're going to do is we're going to navigate through and go this way. So we're going to go menu, and then on the very bottom of the menu there, you've got the head-up display. So you can select the content that's there, you can adjust it, or you can turn the whole display off. So if we turn the display off, you can see there, it drops down and it hides it away as well. And then toggling it back on again, up it goes. So really straightforward. And then when it's coming back up, you might see that these things are grayed out. That just means that the head-up display isn't active. But you can adjust it. You can adjust the position, brightness, and vertical size. So we're going to go through, let's go content first. So distance indicator and incoming calls, if those show up, lane keeping system, navigation, etc. So when you're on this content selection screen, inside of the head-up display, it's going to give you everything that's currently available based off of your settings. So you can see there, let's focus you in a little bit. Perfect. So off to the left-hand side, if you've got a route going, that's what's currently going on with your existing route. So as you can see there, oh, hold on here. There we go. So you can see off to the left side, that's your navigation. So how far off are you from your route? And then if a route was actively going, it's your turn-by-turn directions showing up there. Next one is going to be for your lane keeping system. So the lane keeping system is the one that's either going to gently shake the steering wheel, nudge you back into your lane, or do a mixture of both, but it also works as a lane centering system. So that's where that little steering wheel in the middle comes into play. So what's going to happen is as you're going around a bend, it's literally going to turn the wheel for you as well. So it's a brilliant system. Other content that you can see there, whatever your current vehicle speed is. I'm parked, so I'm not going 123 kilometers an hour, but this is where your speed will show up. And then lane keeping system there. So as you start to veer over into a lane without signaling, those will go red, and then it'll nudge you back into your lane. And then there's also current road speed, and then whether or not the adaptive cruise control system's turned on or not. So you can adjust what content is showing up right through the screen there. So if you don't want certain things showing up, but I mean, honestly, it's really unobtrusive. So I just recommend keeping everything turned on. It's really straightforward. But moving back, now you can adjust a few things. So from adjustment, you could adjust the position, brightness, or the size. So looking at the position of it first, so if we adjust that, we can go higher or lower with it. So depending on how tall or short you are, you can adjust it so you can see it perfectly. Next up, you can adjust the brightness. I honestly always just recommend keeping it at the 13, so that's the highest available brightness. It's just really unobtrusive and it's so nice. So nice. Matter of preference there, but I just recommend it at 13. And then you've also got the vertical size. So this one is if you want the content showing slightly smaller format or not. Honestly, for the size of it, I just recommend keeping it at 3 as well, but you do have the flexibility of being able to adjust what's actually showing up inside of this thing. And then, like I said, toggle on or off. And then whatever content that you have showing up there is what's going to be displayed. So, I mean, we turn our adaptive cruise control system on. We can adjust how close or far we are away from the vehicle that's in front of us. So very straightforward there. That's how you use the park assist system. But if you ran into any problems, you have any questions, drop down in the comment section below and let me know. If you're looking for a floor walkthrough, like you want to know how to use the steering wheel cluster, the multimedia screen, etc., you'll find those down in the description of the video as well. But if you enjoyed this one, thumbs up, share it with someone if you think they might find it helpful. And until I see you next time, take care.